Hey guys, welcome to our channel. So today I did this like red brown smoky eye and I showed a full face tutorial, eyebrows and all. So if you want to see this look, keep watching. Next, going in with the Tamanna palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm using the lightest color Fresh and I'm laying that over my eyebrow bone and putting a base color on my eyelids. Next, using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, going in with the color Salted Caramel, using a big blendy brush, I'm going to blend this all over my crease for a transition shade. Using the same blending brush, I'm going back in with Salted Caramel and just deepening up the crease a little bit. Then using a condensed blending brush, I'm going back in with the Tamanna palette in the color Sangria and blending it in my upper crease. Then going in with a blending brush, I'm going to blend Sangria with the transition shade that I previously put on. Going back in with this condensed blending brush, I'm going to deepen up the Sangria shade. Then, as always, going over top of that with a big blending brush to make sure it all blends out seamlessly. Once again, I'm going back in with Sangria to deepen up the color. And I'm falling out of screen. I'm sorry, guys. So again, just keep blending until all of your shadows transition smoothly. Then using an angled brush, I'm going to go in with the color Chocolate from the Tamanna palette and slightly cut out my crease. Using a condensed blending brush, I'm going to get more of the chocolate shadow on my brush and place it in my crease to blend it all out. I'm going to go over this a couple times to make sure it's a really deep color. Then I'm going back in with a big blending brush to make sure that all of the shadows are shaded smoothly. Once again, to make sure that the crease is nice and deep, I'm going back in with Chocolate on a small condensed blending brush. The most important thing here is after you lay down new shadows and deepen up colors, just be sure to blend them all out. Then using that angled brush and the shade Chocolate, I'm going to slightly elongate my natural eye line and blend it into the shadows that we already placed down. And then just go back over that with a small condensed blending brush and make sure that all of the brown and red is blended out. Then taking an itty bitty condensed brush, I'm going to use that color Chocolate and place it on the inner corner to kind of deepen up the natural shape of my eye. Then, as always, just going back over that and blending it out with a big fluffy brush. I wanted to deepen up the brown a little bit more, so I just went back in with a little brush and I just took more brown onto it and blended it in more. Next, using a flat condensed brush, I'm using the color Gilded from the Tamanna palette and packing it all over my lid using patting motions. And of course, making sure it's all blended out smoothly again. And of course, you know, you gotta check yourself out, so go ahead and do that too. So next I'm going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Blackest black liner on a little pointed brush, and following the outer, basically like corner of my lash line, I'm just going to drag it slightly up, but also kind of straight to elongate my eye. And you'll see once I get that base of a line down, I connect it by following the point I just created and following it back to the corner of my eye. And you'll see what I'm saying, it's kind of hard to explain, but as you see it progress, you'll understand what I'm trying to explain. Unlike most people, I don't follow the black all the way to the inner corner of my eye, because normally when I do this, it closes off my eye and makes them look really squinty and much smaller than they already are. So when I just bring it to about midway of my eyelid, it kind of opens up my eyes more than it normally would. So taking the liner midway to your lid is a good technique for people with smaller eyes to open them up. So here's where I go in with my false eyelashes. You can do the same if you'd like, otherwise just stick with mascara or whatever works for you. Anyways, going with the Rimmel London Stay Matte Primer, I'm applying this on the bridge of my nose, the sides of my nose, under my lip, on my chin, and the forehead. Basically all of the areas of my face that tend to get a little oily throughout the day so that it doesn't smudge or wear down my foundation. So since this tutorial is mainly focused on the eyes, I'm going to kind of skip through my foundation routine and leave little snippets, but I'll leave all of the products I use listed below, and if you want to see a full video on my face routine, just let me know and I will do that. Next for the eyebrow part, I just use the chocolate shade in the Tamanna palette and an angled brush. I prefer using an eyeshadow because I like the powdery effect. It looks more natural with the eyebrow hair. And I do draw them in a little bit thicker because I recently did them and they turned out a little too thin and I didn't really like it that much. So yeah. I also like to bring the shape of my brow like down more towards my inner corner and like bridge of my nose. So I do elongate it at the front of my eyebrow as well, just because I like the look and effect it gives. Then taking my concealer and concealer brush, I'm just concealing underneath my eyebrow on my brow bone to give it a little bit of a highlight and clean up any strays. Using an angled brush, I'm mixing Bengal and Sangria from the Tamanna palette to give a really nice faded effect, and tie it together with the top lid and then add just a little bit of mascara. For the lips, I'm just going in with the NYX Natural Lip Lining Pencil, And I'm overlining my lips just a little bit because they're small and I like to have bigger, fuller lips. And I fill them in completely with this lip liner so that it's matte and it doesn't come off with water or anything like that. It's a little waterproof, and that's that. So that completes the tutorial for today. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and please share and subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.